Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Stepping. And in today's session, we are going to see about voices in English. So there are two different voices, active voice and passive voice. And my dear viewers and students, if you are watching my video for the first time, please do subscribe my channel for more videos on grammar topics. So shall we go to the topic? Yes. So today we are going to learn about voices. So in that we have two different voices, active and passive voice. So in today's session in detail, so we are going to learn about the first, the definition, then we will have examples for the voices and the structure for all tenses and interchanging the voices and basic rules to be followed. Basic rules means to say that while interchanging between active to passive or either way, passive to active, there are some rules and regulations, the basic steps that we can follow. So now we will see active voice. What is active voice with examples? So first we can see the definition. Definition for active voice. So in my previous videos also you might have seen about all the grammar topics, whatever so far we discussed, we learned. So all the definitions and examples are very base level so that all can understand very easily. The same way for this also. So easily rememberable definitions that we will discuss, so that it is very clear cut for everybody to understand and follow the procedures very easily. So now we will see the definition. Any action or any function, any expression, whatever it is, which is done by the subject is called active voice. So now I am just highlighting by the subject. So you just keep it in your mind, we will discuss. So now you see the definition. Any action, any function or any expression which is done by the subject is called active voice. So we'll be knowing what is the subject in a sentence. So in my previous videos you might have seen what is the subject, what is the predicate, everything we have just uploaded in our channel. So I will be giving in the description box also, so you can view that, and then so that it will be very easy for you to follow all the things. So subject mainly in the sentence that has the role, that is why it is called active voice. Any action, any function, any expression, whatever it is, which is done by the subject. So subject is the doer of the action. So now if you discuss with examples, it will be very easy for you. So examples. Example 1. I write the examples. The second one, we learn the topics. Third one, they clear the doubts. So now here I have given three different examples. There everywhere we can see it is very simply constructed sentences. So we can divide easily the sentence. The first one, to divide, to know the subject. So the first sentence we can see the word I, the letter I is the subject. The second part, in the second sentence, we can see here there is a word we. So we is the subject of the sentence. And here we can see the word they. So they is the subject in this sentence. So in all these three sentences, we can see the verbs, main verbs that too. The finite verb is given and all the action verbs that. So for example, here writing is the action. I write the examples. So I already we know that is subject, and writing is the activity, the action, and writing is the action of the sentence. So in sentence 2, the example 2, we learn the topic. So learning is the action. The learning. The third one, they clear. So the clearing is the action. Now you see all these actions are done by the subject. So the subject performs an action. That is why it is called active voice. So the doer of the action is the subject. Subject as the role. So these three examples are clearly convey that the subject of the sentence is doing the action. So now we will see the passive voice. So I am not going to rub all the things, just I am going to replace so that it is very easy for you to follow also. So now the definition, in that we will see passive structure. So we are seeing here passive voice. So in that the definition for passive structure almost the same. I am not going to replace all the things. Any action, any function or any expression which is done. So here I already highlighted by the subject. So if it is done by the subject is called active. So here we are going to replace just a single word, the word by. So that we are replacing with the preposition to. So now you see just a matter of a single word we replaced, but the meaning of the sentence, the meaning of the structure is changed. Now any action, any function which is done to the subject. So now in active voice, it is by the subject. The subject has the role. The subject performs the action. But here instead it is something to the subject. So done to the subject. That is why it is called now passive. So now again, when we work out with the example, it will be very easy enough for us. So we can easily remember the previous examples what we have given for active voice. The first sentence I have given, I write the examples. So now we can see that the examples are written by me. So I am taking the same example so that it is very easy for us to understand. And the second example, so if I am not wrong, I have given, we learn the topics. So the topics are learned by us. And the third one, they clear the doubts. That is what I have given. So the doubts are cleared by them. So now we can see that we can easily divide the subject. Here in the first sentence, the examples is the subject of the sentence. So in second sentence, we can see the topics. The same way in the third one, we can see the doubts. So here all these three subjects are not doing the action. So the examples are not doing anything there. And the same way the topics and the doubts are not doing anything there. So the action remains the same. And the action is writing here. Here the action is learning. And here the action is clearing. So these three, writing, learning, clearing, these actions are done to the subject, not by the subject. So that is why it is highlighted. So all the actions, any function or any expression which is done to the subject is called passive voice. So now I think with these examples we are very clear, and we worked out only with the basic things. So very simplest examples. So we have lot many other different examples for all different tenses also. So we have taken only single tense for our reference, that is simple present tense alone we have taken. So that we just match with the other two different voices interchanging. So now one more easy clue I will give you for remembering the definitions very clearly with understanding. Just to remember about two words. One is perform and another word is receive. When a subject perform an action, then it is called active. So when a subject receives the action, receives any action, then it is called passive. So it is easy. So when a subject performs an action, that is called active voice. When a subject receives the action or any action, that is called passive voice. So now, we know the definition with simple examples. Okay. So now we can see the structures. So in my previous videos, you might have seen about tenses. So all 12 tenses also we had the structures, and the structure related examples also were given. So that also I have given in the description box. So you can see that. So we will have the clarity of all the tenses. So because we are going to work out with the tense main active structures with the passive structures.